What is going on, everybody? Welcome into Across the Board here, Wednesday, June 24th. Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday so far. Sorry about starting a few minutes late. I was just talking to Nick and not shutting up and lost track of time. But we are here, ready to go. Nick, how are you?
What is going on, guys? I'm just gonna jump right into it today because there's a 12 o'clock game. I kind of just posted this late, but we're gonna rock with DeGrom K's here. I'm gonna just give out the whole play today on the stream. I gave it out on VIP just now, and I don't want people missing out because we do got DeGrom starting right here soon. So we're gonna go with DeGrom 7Ks parlayed with Scooble 7Ks. That's gonna be a nice little 1 unit play for us to start the day off today. So, guys, we're rocking with DeGrom 7Ks, and Scooble 7Ks. That's what we're rocking with real quick today.
Like that.
Yeah, I didn't realize
What's going on, Bill?
this Miami Marlins offense is absolute. The lineup they put out today is might be one of bottom barrels. As far as strikeouts is concerned and everything. Um,
Definitely got to take advantage of that.
I wouldn't even mind if someone played like a Rangers here, but I know that wasn't on our board. But again, I kind of gave it out late in VIP, so I figured I might as well just drop it here on the stream for everyone tuning in early.
Yeah, it's for me, it's definitely a Rangers first five or either pass. We kind of broke this game down a lot actually last night, and
Hmm.
I really don't like these random early start times.
Yeah,
I feel like as far as with pitchers, that's not what they're used to. And pitchers, if you know anything about them, most of them, not like all of them, but as far as an actual like a routine goes,
yeah.
you really they have a certain one, and they like to stick to it.
Well,
Um,
I know we broke down the Degrom one yesterday. He must be an early guy. He must be
right.
getting up at 6 a.m. ready to rock because for some reason he's up for these day games.
Yeah.
But
So
we'll leave that. If anyone has more questions about that game, we'll go into it. It wasn't really listed, but again, I kind of gave it a little late on the VIP, so I wanted to give it out everywhere.
for sure. Um, with that being said, man, we're definitely going to talk plenty of baseball a little bit later, but let's go and talk about some World Cup first, man. Um, Today, I have some plays. I have some plays that I'm really liking. I don't know if that's good or bad. It's hopefully good. um, but there's just some spots today to me that seem pretty clear. So let us see if they are. And let's go ahead and get into it, man. Today's matches are kind of interesting. We have two at 3 o'clock, two at 6 o'clock, and then two at 9 o'clock. So we're gonna have a lot of soccer going on at the same time here. But in that 3 o'clock time slate, we have Qatar taking on Bosnia. Bosnia is a big favorite here on the money line, currently minus 275. Total here is 3. So they are expecting goals here. I'm going to be quick on this one. Bosnia money line is the first half of an actual parlay that I really like. Um, Bosnia obviously needs to win here, and I think that they can do so by multiple goals. Um, I think they are the clearly better team here, and kind of actually, like I said in last night's show, they have done well in like games where they have to win when actually that pressure's on. So for them to be able to actually like qualify to get in here, they've like been in these spots. So that's why I'm not really afraid of them being in a pressure filled spot, kind of like they are here. But Nick, do you want to break this one down a little bit more for us?
Yeah. So Bosnia kind of needs to win here. Needs to put up a couple goals as well. Um, I like Bosnia here to win. They've been in this spot before. They I remember how they qualified in here. It was interesting. It was against Italy. Italy actually went up 1-0, but then got a bad red card. And they ended up tying the game, and the extras went to extras, and they ended up winning in penalties. Bosnia, So they've been here in these pressure situations before. Um, so I think they're gonna end up coming out here and executing. I do like them to win and probably over what I think. Let me see though. I think I like the over 1.5 goals here. I'm just gonna double check the line because the line moved a little bit. Yeah, minus 265. Now I might lean more money line here. Uh,
That's crazy because actually last night that was like minus 185.
yeah. So it's moving because everyone knows everyone does their homework now. That's why you're actually getting the laid back lines stream because we are on top of those kind of plays. Um, As far as that, I would still lean that, and the money line even went up even more. But that's kind of the reads on those games. Bosnia needs to score and they need to win. Um, Play it however, either way you like. I like the money line. I like over 1.5 for sure.
Yeah, I could see them both as a good parlay piece.
Hmm.
So yeah, moving on. The other 3 o'clock game, we got Switzerland taking on Canada. I'm not going to repeat what I actually said last night about this game. Um, but this line has moved back towards Canada, though. I remember last night, Switzerland was plus 125. You can get them at plus 152 now. So it's moving more like I think it should be. I didn't think Switzerland should be such the favorite that they were.
I
Total
was
here. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say last night. I actually still am, and now I'm kind of upset that we didn't take it last night. 'Cause I like Canada here, honestly. Um, but you could continue, and I'll dive into that part.
Yeah, all I was going to say was as far as the total, it's still at 2.5, but it is more juiced to the under. It's probably really a 2 now because 2.5 is like heavily juiced. Hang on, let me just see what you can get a on an actual Asian line. You can get a 2.25, and that's at basically even money on actually both sides. So that's more what the line really is. But just kind of like we said last night, if I had to pick on the total, I would have to lean over though.
Hmm.
But actually, like ultimately though, this is one that I'm just staying far away from. So Nick, tell us what you're liking here.
Yeah, I'm not. This is a. If you guys don't know, this is actually a home game for Canada. They're gonna have the home. They're playing Canada. They're gonna have the home crowd rooting for them. Whoever ends up winning this game most likely wins the group here. So it's a very big game. And I'm rocking with Canada here. I think they are the better team. Um, Here, I know the line doesn't say that, but the way they've been playing and their style of play, I think it contradicts kind of against what Switzerland wants to do. Um, Canada's gonna play very fast and very aggressive. They're definitely gonna put up goals. I don't know if Switzerland's gonna be able to keep up with their speed and their aggressive style that they like to play here. The only way Switzerland was like the way Switzerland's gonna probably play this game is they're gonna look for counterattacks and kind of capitalize off of Canada's turnovers when they are playing fast. That's kind of how Switzerland's going to end up playing because I think Canada will end up dictating the style here. Um, and I think Switzerland's going to have to live off the counter attack and everything. I don't know if they're going to be able to do that here, so that's why I'm going to be rocking with Canada.
Okay, I may have to tell you on actually that for a little small play here. Before we get into our next round of games, got to give out a shout out to our guy Drago. He caps our. I was about to say UFC, but he is our MMA capper because he caps. If it's fighting, then he caps it. Definitely do not limit him to actually just the UFC. But he is saying, speaking about early starts, heads up, UFC Saturday starts at 9:45 a.m. Eastern.
Ooh.
So if you're going to be riding the UFC with us, make sure to be ready to get those plays in early. I'm not sure if Drago is probably going to send those out later the night
Oh,
before.
Shira's fighting. That's a good fight.
Um, that's what I would. That's what I would think. Um, so yeah, we'll see there. But yeah, what's going on, Gerald? Glad you could join us. I was actually going to message you tomorrow because your bottle is actually supposed to be to me tomorrow. Gerald won a little Discord or not a Discord thing, but it was a late night show thing we like did. But anyway, Yes, Gerald, your actual bottle is supposed to be to me tomorrow. Then I'll be getting it out to you. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Yeah, getting back into the World Cup here. Let's move on to the 6 o'clock matches. We have Morocco. They are playing Haiti. Morocco's a big favorite here. They're between minus 500 and minus 600, depending on your book. Total of 3 here. This is another bet I really like, man. Morocco -2. Um, this is one where Morocco they have the shot, if I'm not mistaken here, to take first, and they like want to score as many goals as they can. Um, and this is a team that they should be able to score on. I took the -2 here. I think this is a push at actually worst.
Yeah,
That's how I'm seeing this, but I really think that they win by 3 plus.
because I don't
Uh,
feel like Brazil capitalized on Haiti as much as they should have, and they kind of
right,
kept that door just enough open where Morocco could kind of smell some little blood if it's there and try to go and take it.
exactly. So yeah, this actually is one of my plays. This actually is a VIP play. Um, so yeah, but Nick, do you have anything here on this match?
Yeah, I'm running with the Morocco over goals here.
I like
Probably
that.
moved. Yeah, it probably moved since last night. I'll probably go over 2.5 here for the team goals because I think they should try to go for three. At
Yeah,
-102. I think it was plus money last night, and it kind of moves as people are coming in. More money's coming in and reading the same stuff we're kind of seeing here. Uh, but that's what we're rocking with over 2.5 goals. Because I think Morocco should try to at least get three, because then they'll create some goal differential. I don't
yeah,
mind playing a clean sheet here because I think Morocco is a very defensively sound team. They're not going to give up a lot, and especially in this kind of game where they, you know, want to make sure there's some goal differential here. I don't see them giving up a goal here.
yep. From everything you said, along with what I said, makes me really like my -2 spot.
Hmm.
Because if you think they're going to score 3 and not give up a goal, then that means my -2 would hit. So that is definitely making me feel good about that play. Definitely glad we're on the same thinking the same way there. Um, the other game or the other match, 6 o'clock, is Brazil is playing Scotland. Brazil, they're a pretty big favorite here, -310. Totals 2.5, juice to the over. Um, this is the other leg to my parlay. Bosnia money line, Brazil money line. I really love both of these guys. This is another one. I don't think Scotland has anything for them whatsoever. Brazil should be able to like score some goals here. Um, I'm just not going to worry about a multiple goal gap here though, and actually the certain game, I'm just going to ask them to win. So this is probably actually my favorite World Cup play of the day. Like I said, Bosnia money line parlayed with Brazil on the money line. I got that at -124. Um, Nick, what do you think about that play?
Yeah, I think I'm getting a little feeling here, a little gut feeling that this might be the game where we see Brazil kind of open it up. I know we thought it might have been last game here, but they got a couple goals early, then they kind of turned off the gas here against them. I think, and there was a couple offsides, and they could have had more goals. And I think this is that game where we see Brazil really show some dominance that we would want to see from a Brazilian team here. And I'm gonna rock with the over 2.5 goals here at plus 140. I really think they're gonna, because again, I think they know that they left the door open for Morocco. Um, and I think they kind of want to shut it here. Um, and I know Scotland's a good team, but they're just not one of the top ranked teams. And I think Brazil will end up like, especially if, like, let's just say they go into halftime, Morocco's up 2-0, and they're only up like one. I'm sure someone's going to talk to them at halftime. Hey guys, come on, we need a
Yeah.
couple goals here, and they will come out here and they'll score a couple goals here. So I like the over 2.5 here at plus 140.
Well, once again, that makes me feel really good about my play then.
Yeah.
Um, Because I know on the show on that show last night we actually talked a little bit about these games. But guys, before the show here on show day, like I actually like we don't go over and talk out plays because we want it to be as just as raw and as everything as they
Mhm.
can possibly be here. But no, I'm like those are bigger plays for actually me. So for this instance, I am very happy to hear that that actually we are thinking actually like the same
And
way.
so I wonder if Neymar is going to come off the bench today and add some little spark to that
That'd be
team.
interesting.
It'll be fun seeing. I know he's probably like a shell of himself right now, but watching Neymar when I was younger, bro, the things he used to do on the pitch, yeah, I'm saying the right term, the pitch, was kind of awesome. So I'm kind of hoping to see if we could see a little Neymar here, maybe go ahead and he gets a goal for that third one, which would be pretty cool. Because all these other legends that we watched when we were younger are still out here. Let's see if Neymar could come out here and put his name back into the list right there.
Man, whenever I hear his name now, I it always takes me back to guys out there. If actually you're into shoes, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. I had a pair of the Jordan Retro Five lows, but actually they actually were the Neymar ones that actually he designed,
Nice.
and they were completely 3M. So if a camera flashed on it or everything, they just were
Yeah.
bright as hell. They just shine. Um, that was a pair that I ended up selling years and years ago. But that was a pair that I would definitely not mind having back though.
Those are awesome.
And actually, they came in a really cool like orange box and everything. And yeah, like it was
Yeah.
cool. But
Because I also think like if he comes out, he is actually going to be trying really hard to score a goal. I
oh yeah,
think I think he would really want one, especially like I don't know if you saw the video when they chose him to come play. He was really emotional about it. Like I think it means a lot for him because of kind of what he's been through with injuries in the past like couple years and how his World Cup like kind of ended a couple times due to injuries, like his little runs that when he was younger and healthier.
yeah,
He did end up getting injured here, so I'm sure it means a lot to him if he comes out here. He could even get one goal. That'd be cool.
yeah. That makes sense. Moving on to the 9 o'clock matches now. We have Chechnya versus Mexico. Mexico favorite here, -110. Total here, 2.5. Juice to the under. Um, I'm not going to have a play here. Um, if I played it, it would either be the dog plus the half goal or either play the draw at plus 300. Um, But like I said, I'm not going to be playing it, so I'm not going to waste any anybody's time here. Nick, what are you thinking here?
Uh, what are we on the Mexico one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. This one is like Mexico already qualified. Let me pull up the stats again. Mexico versus Czechia group. No, Mexico group. Because I think yeah, Czechia in third. We all know like the eight third place teams could still make the qualifying to make the knockout stage, so they still have something to play for. Mexico doesn't really have anything to play for. Uh, as long as they don't lose, I think it's a benefit for them. Because they'll get seven, and South Korea can't get seven at this point. I don't think. No, they could if they still win. No, they already played two games. Yeah. So they've kind of already qualified here. Maybe if Mexico comes out and gets one goal, they'll kind of just play a little easier here. Uh, it's a tough game. I might just take like an under 2.5 or something. It's not one of my favorite games on the board here.
gotcha. Got actually Jared here saying that he actually likes the half goal. Yeah, that's how I lean. Like that was my strongest lean there.
Plus one at like a plus half goal for
Plus
Czechia.
half. Yeah,
Yeah, I think I agree with that because Mexico really doesn't have much to play for besides just not losing. So even if they get one, they'll probably just start playing ultra defensively
yeah.
and not trying to give up any more goals or whatever. So then you still get the plus half. So not too bad. I can see a tie happening here.
Then the last game up for tonight, guys: South Africa versus South Korea. Um, if you wanted to bet South Korea, you should have bet it yesterday.
Hmm.
Last night, you have missed that number by a lot.
Yeah.
They're up to around minus 170 now. As far as last night when we were talking about it, they were minus 140. Um, yeah, this is one where
It might be a stay away for me now, or I might just end up parlaying it with maybe Brazil, over like a Brazil over 1.5 team goals to kind of bring it down a little bit. But minus 170 is a little too high for me. They should win. They need to win. Um, South Africa has nothing really to play for at this point besides maybe pride and playing spoiler, which we kind of talked about last night in the last stream. How some of these teams just like playing spoiler.
yeah, and like they've been, I mean, playing fairly well. I mean, like they've been getting draws and everything. I feel like all of these, like as far as like all of the Africa teams, have actually all been basically doing that. Um,
Yeah.
this sent out. Yeah, man. As far as World Cup goes, is there anything else that you have here?
No, I think we've covered everything. If I had to pick my favorite play, I'll probably say Brazil over 2.5 goals. So I really feel like this is we haven't seen the Brazilian dominant game yet. We're like, okay, they're like gonna come out here and contend, and I wouldn't shock me today that if they kind of just shut the door on why this Morocco game just lock up? I wonder if there's any big news going on. If they shut the door on Morocco here, and kind of don't leave no openings where they could kind of lose out on the one spot.
Morocco. On my books, nothing
And
has
then
changed so
Switzerland,
far.
Canada just locked too. I wonder if there's heavy money coming in
I
and
was
they're
about
just
to say
locking.
probably just some big bets for me.
Yeah, I could see that.
Um, if I had to guess, that's what it'd be. Well, guys, it is that time. It's time to talk some Major League Baseball. First game we have up for y'all. Got the Yankees and the Tigers. I just realized that I did not get my games pulled up. Sorry about this, guys. Give me 1 second here. Got Ryan Weathers on the mound for the Yankees. 2-5 on the season, 4.13 ERA, 1.13 WHIP. Coming off a good start versus the White Sox. His previous two starts versus the Blue Jays and the Red Sox were not good. So he did have that bounce back start. I believe he struck out a lot too. Let me look at that.
Hmm.
He had 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was definitely good. And he is going up against Screwball here. 3-3 on the year, 3.02 ERA, 1.02 WHIP. He's back. He definitely does not look as dominant as he, was. He did come back from that surgery, extremely fast. Um, I'm not sure what exactly. I mean, I know as far as his surgery, they tried like a new way of doing it, and I, I just still,
I
he
think
came back so fast.
I think all they did was remove essentially scar tissue and like bad um like when he there's like sometimes if you tear it too many times it's like past repair or whatever, and they just cut
Mhm.
out the bad tissue, I guess, or yeah, remove the scar tissue or whatever, and it kind of just opens it back up. I'm assuming that's what ended up happening there, so that's why he was able to come back quicker because they didn't really have a song called repair. It was more so just removing the bad stuff.
Nick, I'm gonna let you take over this game for just a second. I have got to go to the door to actually sign for actually something. So
All
I will
right.
be right back.
All right. Well, we're gonna talk Yankees. So if you guys were here in the earlier part of the stream, I gave out my second leg of the parlay here. We're going DeGrom K's and Screwball K's. I think the Yankees. So Yankees just put Ryan McMahon on the IL. I think he has like an ear and throat infection right now, which is kind of unfortunate to the K's here. But I don't think anyone the Yankees are gonna put in is gonna like kind of give problem to Scooble here. Usually Scooble struggles with like Stanton and Judge and those bigger bats. Um, I don't think the Yankees are gonna put anyone to kind of make it hard on Scooble to hit his K's line here. I think he could dominate this lineup, and definitely get over 6.5. I think 6.5, 6.5 is too small for Scooble. I think he could definitely get 7 here for this line. Ryan Weathers, if you guys want to target him, um, I know the Tigers have struggled against lefties, kind of with their bats a little bit as far as K's. I just don't know if I would take his K's line today. I think the Tigers' offense has been playing a little bit better as of lately and kind of focusing on just putting the ball in play. Um, so I would kind of stay away from that here. I could definitely see like a little. What was the line here? The line for this is 7.5. I could see this being an under game as well. You got anything here? I see you're back. So I'll just
No,
tell them like Scooble case.
no. This is one a game I don't have. I think that sure.
Oh, I think we lost him. Um, give him a second or two here to see if he comes on back. Well, we for the guys that are in here, thank you guys for being in here. We're gonna keep on moving on here. I believe the next game that he wanted to talk about. I'm just gonna pick a game because I'll save that one. The Dodgers Twins game. I'm sure a lot of people want to hear some opinions on that one here. Oh, he's back. I was just gonna throw a random game in there and save the last one for you. I was about to start talking Dodgers Twins because I'm sure some people want to hear
Oh,
that game.
yeah, man. Like I said, StreamYard sometimes just hates me, man. I don't
Mhm.
understand why. But no, as far as the trying to get everything pulled back up here. I don't think the Tigers I can't get behind that price,
Mhm.
but I don't really want to bet the Yankees in this spot either. Um so yeah, to me this was just a stay away game. I figured that this was going to be some actually type of K game actually for you.
Yeah,
Um, did you go? Who did you go with? Case.
I went with I went with Scooble here. I just don't think the Yankees lineup. So I don't know if you know saw today the Yankees put Ryan McMahon on like the 10-day IL for like
No,
a
I
ear
didn't.
and he has like an ear and throat infection or something. So that kind of I would say like he's a K guy, um, especially against lefties. I don't know if he would have even been in the lineup today, but I think anyone that the Yankees are really going to roll out here, I don't think they're going to challenge Scooble in the way where it makes him a little scared, like tougher. I would say when Scooble faces the Yankees and he struggles, it's when Judge and Stanton are in that lineup with the bigger righty bats who have the power. Those are the guys that give Scooble a little tougher um, outcomes than some of these other Yankees bats that are going to be in the lineup today.
Gotcha. Agree there, guys. We have one other scheduled game that we're gonna do. Then we'll be happy to answer any of your questions. So put actually whatever games you want us to go over. Drop them in the chat, guys. Um, we have over 100 people in here live. Chat's pretty quiet today. This actually show is for y'all. It's about y'all.
Mhm.
So yeah, go ahead and talk to us, guys, and tell us what you want to see and hear. But next game up, going to the last game on the board, going to the A's versus the Giants. Got the A's here, favorites on the road, minus 118. Got a total of 8. The Giants, the home team here, they have Tyler Mahle going on the mound tonight. He's 1-7 on the year, 6.04 ERA, 1.54 WHIP, and this is his first game back in basically a month. He had not been pitching well in his rehab start. He did not pitch well. Walked a bunch of guys. Anyway, let me actually talk about Gage Jump. As everybody knows, I've like been talking about Gage Jump. We actually backed him last game for an actual like big play. I really like him. I really like his stuff. He's just a pitcher that I am gonna back. So far in the season, through 5 games, he is 3-1, 2.37 ERA, and a .99 WHIP. It was actually against the Angels that actually last game. That's the one on the first 5. I was really big on him. He ended up going 7 innings there and only gave up 1 hit. So that was a great start for him there. So as far as this first 5, man, I'm not understanding the pricing. This line is going down too. Because last night it was close when actually we talked about this. It was in close to the -130 for the full game and the first 5, and now the first 5 I can get a -120 to just the money line, man. And I'm
even and you texted me this morning. Even Gage Jump K's line is going down. It was at -163, I think, at 4.5. Now it's -140. I don't understand it either, too, because as far as my numbers say, it's what Gage Jump has in his pitch mix, and since he's a lefty, I mean, these Giants are striking out at a high clip, and this dude is a strikeout pitcher. 4.5 for him. He's hit that. I'm pretty sure he's gotten 5 or more. Hold on, let's pull up his starts again.
He's actually had I think he's had 3 in at least one start.
Okay, so he's 4 out of the 5 starts he's had. He's gotten 5 or more. So I don't. You're giving me basically his baseline at that. It doesn't make sense to me, which gets me scared. It's like, is there something we don't know about or something? I mean, I think I'm gonna just have to take it because, I mean, you're giving me what he does consistently outside of 1 start, which was against the Astros, which we all know don't really strike out too much here and there. I mean, these Giants, they have a couple bats that when they start swinging and missing, they start swinging and missing.
Yeah, exactly. This one to me, like you said, this line movement has me taking my time, just trying to dig in, make sure I'm not
missing
something here. But this line kind of says, well, it really says that actually Mahle's going to come in and pitch well. That's what it really says, and this is one of those situations where he's definitely going to have to prove it to me, especially against a younger pitcher here who I really like. This first 5 line is either, like I said, there's either something that's not being reported that we don't know.
I mean, Savali had 5 Ks, Gusto had 6 Ks, Meyer is a good 7. Like, some of these guys are still getting 5. So I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, so there's something like that, or either this line maybe this could be one of the biggest gifts of the season. I don't know. Chat, do actually y'all know anything? Do y'all have any thoughts here? Because I'm just not understanding. As long as like I said, as far as through actually Twitter, I'm going to dig through there and just any of the beat writers, that kind of thing. I'm just going to dig through, making sure I haven't missed anything there. This is probably going to be a big play, guys. It's going to be the A's on the first 5 here. Like I said, unless I find something.
There's only even Luis Ariz. striking out 21% in 14 at bats against Gage Jump's pitch mix. And Luis Ariz doesn't strike out. So like all these other guys are above 30%. I don't understand that.
Yeah. It's very interesting. Very interesting. But I will say, as far as in baseball this year, we've had a lot of situations like this. Whereas the lines have been weird, and normally, you want to stay away or either back that other side. But as far as baseball is one of those sports where baseball and probably college basketball, those are my two sports where I trust my knowledge and my numbers more than just what random, like if like the money's coming in this way or whatever. Like I care to the extent of like I want to know why, but as long as that why is not, to me, like not that big of a deal, then I'm still going to trust my stuff more. And I think this is one of those spots. So we're going to be here tomorrow, and we will come back and we will see what actually happens here. But there's where I'm at, man. Is there anything else on actually this certain game that actually you wanted to go over?
No, I'll probably be on that Gage Jump line. It just doesn't
I
make
think
sense.
you have to.
I think I kind of just have to take it and just trust the numbers with that because, bro, he hits 5, like that's what he does, and you could have had questioned me a lot more. You know,
Yep. Let's go to that game that you're going to bring up. Let's go to that Dodgers Twins game. I think it's a very interesting game here. For the Dodgers, it is Shohei Day. 7-2 on the season, 1.47 ERA, 0.88 WHIP. His numbers look good. I was looking back through a lot of his starts. I will say his actually past couple starts, he has been giving up hits, has been giving up runs. He's also been pitching more actually innings than he normally does. Do you think that has anything to do with his last couple starts, or do you think he just, was maybe just a little bit off?
I think he might have been just a little bit tired and off. I think he's still trying to figure out. Like for 2 years, he didn't pitch really.
Right.
It was just all hitting. Now you're pitching and you're hitting. I mean, there's an adjustment period, right? Like you all of a sudden go from. I understand he might have been pitching like on the side, but coming back into an MLB game, throwing all those pitches, adjusting, hitting every day, that's a toll on your body. I don't care like if you're a professional like athlete or whatever, it's still gonna tire you out. I'm assuming it's like an adjustment, kind of still trying to figure it out. Because remember, in some of his starts this year, he wasn't hitting either.
Right.
So I still think they're trying to see what is working best for him, and his body to maintain it through.
And himself, he's pushing because he wants to win every damn thing. He wants the Cy Young. He wants batting title. He
wants to be the best ever.
Yeah, he wants to be the best ever. But that's why I'm kind of wondering, though, even with it being this early in the season, I mean, is maybe like you're saying, maybe I don't know, maybe pushing a little too far currently, and it's maybe starting to catch up. But even then, he like still pitches well, guys. I'm not trying to say like he's pitching bad or anything.
I mean, his lesser or bad starts are some people's best starts.
Right. Yes.
You know.
But what makes this one interesting is Joe Ryan. It is actually on the other side. I did not know this. Thank you for letting me know this. Ohtani just had a baby 4 days ago. I did not realize that.
He hit a homer actually his first game back.
It's interesting. Joe Ryan on the season. Everybody knows I'm a big Joe Ryan fan. I like normally have a Joe Ryan day. He's 5-3 on the year, 2.99 ERA, a 1 flat WHIP. Coming off a game versus the Rangers where he pitched very well, gave up 0 earned, 3 hits. He is he is a consistent guy, and I think that's why I like him so much. Is you kind of know what you're going to get from him. I mean, yeah, of course, there's that one start every now and then, but he is an overall just a pretty consistent guy. What gets me here, why I have not made this play yet, because I want to take the Twins first five, especially plus that half a run, very bad. Um, it from what I've read, at first I thought Joe Ryan being like sick and him being pushed back a day, I thought it was kind of like just just some like gamesmanship type of stuff, and just because he wanted to pitch here. But then after looking into it, it sounds like no, he was actually sick, um, and he was. I don't know. Like he said, like he was having like he couldn't sleep and was having night sweats and just all of this stuff. Now this was just happening, and they only pushed him back a day. So that's the only thing that has kept me off here. Because I don't know if we're gonna necessarily get the best Joe Ryan. Um, gosh, I want to take them in the first five so bad.
If I had to give you a reason here, because I would think, right, let's just put this into perspective here. Joe Ryan, big name, possibly on the trade board, all that stuff. Uh, there's a little controversy going on. The GM doesn't want. The GM wants to trade him. The owner may want to go for it. Da 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 da.
Yep.
If someone's sick and throwing up, whatever, you only push them back a start. If you are if you're thinking about trading this dude, and there's a possibility that he may not be able to start, are you gonna throw him against the Dodgers if he's not 100%?
Sure.
So I think I'm thinking he has to be 90% or better to go against, especially this Dodgers team. They got some hitters everywhere. If your pitcher that your ace pitcher, possible trade bait for the season, might try to get some good pieces here. You feed them to the Wolves like that, and you put them out there. I think that you might be shooting yourself in the foot with that one. Because then teams are going to be like use that kind of against you as a negotiation piece. Um, I think, but then again, I guess you could be just trying to force it and saying, "I trust my guy Joe Ryan to go out there and pitch well," which again gives you the Twins. Um, I'm just trying to give you some reasons here. I think that Joe Ryan's a really good pitcher. I think he could give up a couple of hits here or there. I might be on Otani case here. I don't know. Um, what exactly I end up doing here. I think Joe Ryan Ks are just too low. 5.5. You were telling me this morning too.
Yeah.
I think that's way too low
Well,
as well.
I'm not the like prop guy, but when I saw the K number for Gage Jump and then Joe Ryan, I actually did text Nick and I was like,
Yeah.
and I was like, I feel like you have to pair these.
Yeah, like it's too low. Like these dudes are hitting them consistently. Like I know it's the Dodgers, but they've also been striking out a lot more as of recently. I could pull up their last game logs and show you what these starters did real quick here against them. Let's see.
Good morning, Bill. Glad that you can join us. Bill is on the Twins on the money line here.
Yeah.
Bill, I really that Twins
Look,
first five actually plus a half, man.
I'm not gonna count Voth yesterday. Dude's terrible. Zebby Matthews 5, Brandon Young 5, Trevor Rogers 6, Trey Gibson 8. Those are not Joe Ryan guys.
Trey Gibson 8. That's funny.
Like you're telling me Joe can't get 6? Maybe the argument to play devil's advocate here is the Dodgers are sleeping on some of these pitchers, and when they hear Joe Ryan, maybe they'll show up. Nothing tells me why they would show up. They're striking out to these bums too, so why can't Joe Ryan do it? They're all competitors. I don't think they want to go up there and strike out all the time. So I mean, you're giving me Joe Ryan to get 6, dude. His last starts 7, 9, 9, 9, 5, 8, 7. In the last 10, he's hit it at 70%. This year, he's hitting over. He's getting 6 55% of the time. at a minus 130. I think that's just like an obvious, just blind take almost.
Yeah, I have to agree there. Chat. If there's any other games you want us to talk about, now's the time to go and drop them in the chat, guys. Now is definitely the time. Yeah, that's an interesting one, man. There's a couple plays today that I really like, and I've given you one of them, and that's going to be the A's on the first five. I'm not going to tell you about the other one. If you want it, you guys should know where to go and find it. But there's two plays that I really like, and I almost want to just isolate those plays today, like and just play those big and just have those to where if on a normal slate, I would be playing this at probably as like a 2 unit play, as actually like a smaller play, but there are some questions for actually me surrounding this. So I think I'm probably going to stay off, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys I have the strongest lean that you could possibly have on the Twins first five plus a half. Bill, this is a good number too, man. If you like the full game, because I was going to say I don't trust the Twins bullpen, but I also don't trust the Dodgers pen either. The Dodgers pen has been pretty shit as of actually late. So I mean, yeah, taking the home actually run line. Um, I know a lot of people in like the handicapping space are taking the plus 1.5 run lines now. Um, when I was taught handicapping, specifically baseball, I was always told to never turn a underdog to to a favorite. So when you're taking these plus 1.5s, I guess it could be the same as the first half plus the half. I can get into that. It's a little bit different when you're talking the first five though, because the variance is actually lower there. And
There's a way to bet those. When I was kind of taught and researching a little bit, I don't do this tactic personally, but if you are an underdog better, and you like to find those spots, there's a way where you could bet the plus 1.5 and the money line, and you end up, if both
well, you
hit,
can
you
get a
end up
plus
making,
one. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, it's the same as a plus one. Even with the plus 1.5, it still works where you
yeah.
kind of hammer the plus 1.5 at a certain amount, and then whatever you would make on the plus 1.5, you put that onto the money line, and you could kind of get the best of both worlds through that. I personally don't like it. Uh, I'm more of a guy where I try to limit risk on games per se. If
Mhm.
I have a read, I play that read, and if it loses, I don't have too much on that. Um, that's the way I kind of cap is I try to spread my risk out and not have too much in a certain thing. Um, Unless you have a really strong read, then you go for it. Um, but that's kind of the way I do it.
I actually will say, Bill, that actually that's a good price on that. I like wasn't trying to target that out in any way there. I was just saying, as far as the plus 1.5s, I'm seeing a lot of people playing the underdog run line at plus 1.5, but they're laying like minus one, like 50 juice. So in those cases, you're taking an actual underdog that you like, but turning them into a favorite, and
And
that's what I
you
don't like.
and
Like,
essentially you're playing a one-run game.
yeah, I
I don't know, like I would have to look into like how many teams lose by one. Like I don't
I was
know.
about to say, I'm sure there's certain teams that go on certain runs. Matter of fact, I think the Marlins did actually that at actually the start of the season. They were
Yeah.
they were losing games. They were losing a bunch of games, but it was like it was almost always by one. So I'm sure certain teams could go on certain streaks, but like I said, just everybody has like their own style. I was just wanting to share my style and actually what I think about it, but I am, as y'all can probably tell, I'm a little bit old school in the way I go about things. Um, but man, nobody else has any other games they want us to break down, so I think it's time for us to go into a little home run talk. Um,
Trying to single out some guys right now.
Let me pull up. I need to look at some weather too. Of course, Coors Field is going to be good. Um, Rogers Center. There's some decent weather. There's also some poor weather, also though. I kind of want to target. I say I want to target Freeland, but I don't know how much I trust Boston bats. Man,
I,
you're gonna hate this, and you're gonna hate that I say this.
what?
I'm thinking James Wood, man.
You know what's actually funny? If I shared my screen, he was the guy I had clicked up looking at it.
Really?
And it's just like, bro, he is so due. Like,
Yes.
bro, he's hitting the ball so freaking hard and barreling it up, and it's just not going anywhere. Like, and it's going, just not out the park.
Yeah.
So he is so due. I don't mind that one. What's the price on it? Because he was actually a guy I was considering. I was like, can I do it again? I know we've given it out like 8 times. um, it's plus 310. I like that for the price, honestly.
Well, guys, this is one of those scenarios where we don't do it much, but just go and bet him straight, guys. Because if we actually both like him,
Yeah,
uh,
that was a guy I literally had up and looking. I was like considering, do I give this guy out or not?
if you want to go with him, I can go with somebody else. It's going to be another guy that we don't like going with, but
What was it?
Bryce Harper.
I don't
Uh,
mind that one either. I was
his,
actually
his actual matchup today is just another really good one.
something tells me that the Angels Orioles game might be a good one. I was trying to find someone in that game. The weather's nice,
Oh, could
wind's
be.
blowing out, a little humidity. Uh, Trey Gibson's coming off that good start. I feel like he's gonna give up a bomb. I was trying to figure out who it could be.
Mm. Nothing there is really popping out.
Yeah.
What is going on, Nick? Glad that you could join us. Um, yeah, Nick like kind of is running the show, like because I got kicked out earlier and had to come back in and just didn't want to switch things. So
I might.
Nick's saying Pete. Um,
That's funny because that's who I was actually gonna say. Who said Pete?
there you go,
There
Nick.
we go. The Knicks are saying Pete because that was actually a guy I was gonna just say now. I was in that game. The numbers just came through. I ran it. Been barreling the ball up pretty well. I think he gets one today against Jose Soriano, who just hasn't been good as of late. Um, and he has a couple home runs off this pitch mix already. Let's go with Big Meat Pete and James Wood. It's a good one, actually, considering for who these guys are. Take a guess at the odds.
Um, I'm assuming they're obviously high. Plus 465.
Well, no, it's like the total parlay.
Of actually who? Like actually
Oh,
who?
James Wood and Alonzo. Like, give me if you had to take a guess right now of the two leg, like what would the parlay be?
Uh, plus 24.
Oh, that's a little high. It's plus 2032, which is we're
Uh,
over to plus 2,000. We've been giving out some plus 1300s as of recently.
yeah.
Um, so for plus 2,000 for these guys, I feel like that's pretty solid considering
Okay,
all
so who's that?
factors.
That is.
James Wood and Pete
Dang
Alonso.
it. Okay.
I might just play that like pretty heavily here.
Bruce, what is going on, man? Glad you can join us. We're actually about to give out best bets, so you
Oh,
definitely jumped in at a good time.
we have some news. We have
Okay.
some news in the Nationals game. Uh, they will be going with an opener. Uh,
Yes,
Carson Palmquist will be opening today for
Miles.
Mike
Yeah.
Miles. Yes.
Yeah. That's we like kind of figured. I was just waiting for it to become official. That's why
Yeah.
I hadn't even bet that game yet.
Hmm.
Um, I'm actually looking at the over there, guys. Just gonna give that out without even not really gonna go into it deep, but yeah, I like figured that they were gonna be going with an opener there. But yeah, guys, it's time to get into some best bets. Before we get into best bets, though, we do have to give a shout out to somebody who is sponsoring the show, and then I'm actually going to show y'all a little bit more, so y'all even know what we're even talking about. But as far as our guys, our friends over there at Ramp Peptides, you can use promo code MBM10, and that'll get you 10% off your entire order over there. As far as the peptide space, guys, it's becoming very large. Um, but also you need to go with somebody
Yeah.
who actually trust. And these are the guys that I personally use. Um, so
And I'll go into a little more
go ahead.
detail. So I have a couple people that are really close to me. So this is personal experiences who's kind of struggled with dropping weight and a couple actually pain as well. Two different peptides he kind of showed. Uh, they this Tide actually changed their lives. They were able to drop weight pretty quickly and easily. Um, I know
That is
someone who's lost 35 pounds in about 3 months, I would say, 2, 3 months, 35 pounds. And this other person was able to drop about 40 pounds over like 6, 7 months uh, on Reddit. And the BP157, I have someone close to me as well who's older, in their 60s, dealing with a lot of back pain and all that. And they've tried the BP157, and they basically said their back pain has kind of diminished completely. So those are some
yeah,
things. If you guys have questions or anything, if you want to jump in, you guys could come speak to me. Or I know JD also has some personal experiences with them as well. So if you guys have any questions about those things, feel free to ask, and we could talk about them.
yeah, and as far as Nick was saying, as far as actually with that actually BP157, a lot of people pair it with this one right here, the actual
Hmm.
TB 500, and that's what this is here on the left. It is actually called the Wolverine blend. It is called the Wolverine blend because um, it helps you just actually repair and like heal at a much faster rate, like obviously the Wolverine in the movies does. So that's like there's why they call it that. But that's what a lot of your actors and all that people on.
Yeah.
But anyway, you can use code MBM10 and get 10% off your entire order there. And actually, like Nick said, if you have any questions, you can reach out to either one of us. Because I'm personally
Ooh.
on a few currently, and Nick, like I said, he is close to actually like a few people that are on them. So, um, what's up, SF Niner? Have not seen you in a while. Glad to
Dropping
see
some
you
bangers in the chat. Coming in hot.
coming in. White Sox money line, Diamondbacks money line. That's an interesting one. Diamondbacks throwing out a guy for his first. Um, I'm thinking of the right team, right?
Yeah. Brad.
Throwing out.
Yeah. We talked about this last night. It's Liberator versus Brat, and this is his
Brad.
first
Okay.
start. And we were trying to figure out why this dude's even here and how long
So
is he gonna pitch for.
right. So I looked at this more, and that's the thing, because Brad. Okay, so he pitched in the PCL, and in the PCL, guys, those are out west, and normally there's a lot of runs actually like in those games, like actually just that league, just in general. There's a lot of runs. Well, his numbers are very good. Um, his numbers have really been good, but he hasn't been throwing deep into games though. Um, so that's what had us wondering here, like how long is he going to be going? Like I don't. There was a lot of questions here, to where I am staying off the game. I understand it as far as the Diamondbacks bats should actually have a good day. Um, so you know, um, so yeah, I like get it, but it's one that I'm staying off of. Also dropped a little WNBA Fever Valkyries on the money line. Guys, appreciate y'all. If you can do something for us, guys.
Did we give out our best? I don't think we give out our best bets yet.
Oh shit, we need to
We
give out
don't-
our best bets.
But before you do, go ahead and drop our sub. And if you love and like our best bets, give us a like and share us out. Tweet us out. We're here every day. We try to do Saturdays as well, Monday through Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern. Come in here, hang out with us, talk some sports, hear our plays out. And we also do a night show.
Night show, and actually we will be live tonight at 10 o'clock. But yeah, I'll like go first here, man. My best bet for the show is gonna be A's first 5 money line. You can get that at -120. We went pretty in depth over that game, so if you did not see that breakdown, you can definitely go actually back and watch that. Nick, what do you have today, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Brian. No, I'm gonna go with Scooble over 6.5 Ks today. I think he gets them. I think it's just too low of a line for him. I think he should be at 7.5 for this game. I know that the injury is more playing part into this than any other thing.
Okay, Bill, appreciate you, man. SF Niner, we actually have to go. We are over our time slot here. That is the double header, and I'm staying away from game 1, and I'm not going to look into game 2 until actually that one be over. So I have no thoughts. Nick, do you have any quick thoughts there?
Yeah. Basically, if anyone doesn't know, people know that double headers, whoever wins the first game, like 80% of the time, the other team wins the second game. So that's kind of my little thing. Double headers are a little weird to cap and everything. I'm probably just gonna end up staying away. I did give out a play in the first game though. But you guys could check out the VIP for that. And if you have any questions on getting into the VIP, let us know.
Yep. All right,
I
guys.
just gotta get running.
I was about to say, appreciate y'all. We have got to get going here. See y'all tonight, 10 o'clock Eastern, for laid back lines. Between now and then, let's fucking win. Later, guys.